Hey, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. I'm just about to meet up with a client and we're going to have a bit of a conversation about options. He's sort of planning for the future, you can see her retirement on the end of the horizon. He's sort of not sure what his options are going forward. So we're going to sit down and try and flesh out a bit of a plan of, what's next, how he can get from where he is right now to where he wants to be. And I suppose what I thought I'd have a chat to you about is, do you have a plan? Do you have any idea of what you're going to be to do when you get to retirement age, and how you going to fund your lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to, I suppose. So hey, thanks for joining and thanks for the like. A lot of people don't even really know what they need to retire. Essentially, if you go and see a financial planner or whatever, for a lot of people it sounds a bit scary, but a simple way to break it down is pretty much you need about 70% of your pre-retirement income. So pre-retirement income meaning what you think you're going to be earning when you retire. So let's say, over time you hope you're going to get a pay rise. So by the time, hey Isaac, thanks for joining. So by the time you retire, you're on, let's say, 100 grand a year. So they talk about trying to be on 70 grand a year, 70% of that 100 grand a year when you retire. So if you're going to live for 20 years, so you retire at 65 and you live till you're 85, that means you need 20 years times by 70 grand a year. So 20 times by 70 is $1.4 million you need to have saved up over time. So, the question is, how's that going to happen? Where's that $1.4 million going to come? So let's say you are earning 100 grand a year or less. You've got to, by the time you pay tax and then you got to pay, all your cost of living, you got to pay for your house, all that sort of stuff. Where's this money you're going to get saved up? Let's say you're 45 now and you're going to retire when you're 65. You've got 20 years to try and save up for retirement. So essentially you've got 20 years to try and save up $1.4 million. For most people, that's not possible. If you think about it, let's say you're earning 100 grand a year, you've got to try and save $1.4 million, which means you need to save $70,000 per year over the next 20 years so that when you get to retirement, you've got $1.4 million there you can live off for the rest of your time. So, and it's just, not even theoretically not possible. It's just not practically possible. There's just no way you're going to be able to save up that sort of money. So really you have to look at other options. What else can you do besides saving your money? You've got, essentially you start up a business. For a lot of people, they've got their day job. They're going to struggle to try and start up a business on top of having their day job. And obviously a lot of people worry about how risky having a business is. Or you can invest in shares. So that's an option for people. Again, a lot of people don't necessarily have the knowledge and experience to invest in shares. So that leaves getting into property basically. So the question then is, if property is your thing, what's the best way to invest in property and how to actually do it? See, a lot of people, I think they sort of know property is a good thing to invest in and it sets yourself up for retirement. A lot of people just go out and buy one property and they have one investment property and they sit back and go, okay, cool, I've got one investment property. I can sit back and, enjoy myself now. The problem with that is one property probably is not going to make a big difference when you get to retirement. Remember, we want to get to retirement, we want $1.4 million. Having one property there and there is probably not going to make a big difference to us. So really we need a much bigger plan than, saving up money or buying one investment property. We've got to think on a much grander scale, because I know it sounds crazy, $1.4 million, but in reality, that's not going to be a heck of a lot. By the time hopefully by the time you retire, you've paid off your house. You're still going to have to pay all your bills off you. At 65, you're relatively, active. You're still going to be going and doing a whole pile more things. And to be honest, because you're not working all day, you're probably going to do a lot more stuff than you're doing now. So you're probably going to need more money, not less money when you retire. So I suppose that's what a lot of people are thinking about right now. I'm sitting down with someone tonight and just having a bit of a plan, just trying to flesh it out and trying to work out how we can get from where he is right now to when he does retire, how he can do it sustainably and in a way that he can live a comfortable lifestyle. It's not going to affect his lifestyle right now and how he can actually do it. So, I'd be interested to find out whether you have a plan and what your thoughts are on retirement and, what is it you're going to do to get to retirement, how you're going to be able to get to that point and, or are you just going to cross your fingers and hope for the best, rely on the fact that the pension's going to be there? I suppose the thing you got to worry about, there's a lot of people out there and a lot of people are reaching retirement age in the next, 10 to 20 years. And there's a lot less younger people than there is older people. So, where's all this money going to come from to try and pay for all these people in retirement? In reality, is the government realizes now there's going to be a big issue happening in the next 20 years. There's all these people retiring and they're not going to have the funds to try and cover it. So, is the money going to be there for the pension? And if not, how are you going to support yourself? So these are some of the things you should be thinking about. I look forward to hearing your comments. Feel free to put some feedback in the comment box. If you like what I had to say, click on the like button. If you haven't liked it, still click on the like button because I really appreciate it. And if you know someone that's thinking about retirement and not really sure what to do, click on the share button. Maybe they'll be interested in hear what I had to say. If you've got something if you want to bounce some ideas off me, feel free to get in touch or put a comment, and then I'm happy to have a chat to you and give you some options going forward. So look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks, guys.